Hello and welcome here to TalkFCB and welcome back to the channel here today, guys, for a Barça news roundup coming your way. And we got some really exciting stuff because we are going to be talking about Ansu Fati. I mean, that in itself, that's exciting enough because we've got some really positive news on him, especially ahead of our very first pre-season game that's coming up in the next few days. We're also going to be talking about Raphinha. What is the latest on that deal? Exactly how close is it to happening this summer, and when can we expect it to be confirmed there to Barça as well? We are going to be talking about Dembele, the latest on him, and whether he will or whether he won't extend his contract at Barça. It is all coming up, guys, today. I hope you're doing well. So let's get into it. But the very first thing that we must do is go over some official news, because this right here is a shirt number change, and it's a change of real significance, because taking over Dani Alves' vacated number 8 shirt at Barça, I present to you Pedri. He is now the number 8 at Barcelona, and of course this does have real significance because of course the number 8 at this club is very much associated with none other than Pedri's idol, the legend, the icon, Andres Iniesta. But I can think of no better player at the club right now to inherit this historic shirt than Pedri, and I am sure that both Iniesta and Dani Alves definitely did approve of this move. And it has been great to see Pedri all week long there in the pre-season training sessions. Fantastic to see him back, of course, at full fitness, putting those injury problems very much in the rear-view mirror. And I've got to say as well, it's great for him just to be having a pre-season. He didn't have this luxury last summer, and that should stand him in really good stead for the coming season. A lot of people asking recently, exactly when are we going to see, though, the rest of the team return? When are we going to see everybody at Barca all training together again? Well, those who were away on international duty there with their nations during the month of July, they have been given a little bit of extra time off, which means they don't have to report back to training until July the 11th. So that's the date there when everybody is going to be back all together, which is why it was great to see, guys, Ansu Fati, we said it before, who was away with the Spanish national team, but he actually cut short his holiday. He made sure that he was back there 1 week earlier, which has now given him some really important time there out there training under Xavi with his teammates around him to recover maximum sharpness. And there's been incredibly exciting reports, incredibly encouraging reports emerging today from the Catalan media, whereby it's said right now that Ansu, he feels incredible. He feels absolutely fantastic in his physical condition. He feels 100% fit again. He feels ready and sharp to begin the new season. And there have been plenty of reports right now going as far to say that on Wednesday, in Barca's very first pre-season game of the summer against Olot, Ansu Fati, he's going to start that game. Xavi is going to put him in the starting lineup, which would be the first time in over 8 months that he would be a starter. And I cannot wait for that, guys. Not just seeing Ansu Fati out there starting again, but in general, I can't wait to get underway. The first pre-season game, it's going to be a really exciting summer. We've got a lot of matches in pre-season here, which is great for Xavi. It's great for us fans. It's brilliant for the new signings as well coming in, and all of the young players. And that's what we got to look forward to. That is what we can get excited about here. This preparation now, watching it all take shape. It's going to be great. And not long now until we're underway. But speaking indeed about brand new signings, we are all wondering right now, well, when are we going to announce Raphinha? When can we get that deal done, over the line, and officially confirmed there? We spoke yesterday about the extreme confidence and the real optimism within the Catalan media when it came to Raphinha, because let's not forget that Gerard Romero, he was the one that broke the story initially that Barca have agreed that deal with Leeds. But all those reports were only sort of centred in the Catalan media. Until now, in England, we'd heard that, Barca didn't have the money to sign Raphinha, that Chelsea had outbid us, and Leeds wanted to sell to Chelsea and not to Barca. All of these kinds of things. English media didn't want to accept, I feel, that Barca were truly in this race. But now, those feelings, they are starting to change. We are hearing more and more reports now everywhere that Barca, they're getting close on this one. They are very much closing in on the signing of Raphinha, and that Leeds in the end they will sell to Barça, and we will get this deal done. And I think in these coming days, over the next sort of 48 hours or so, we're going to get our biggest indication of exactly how close this move is. Because on Sunday morning, Leeds are due to fly out to Australia for their pre-season preparations. Now, the question is right now, is Raphinha going to be on that plane? Because if you're close to making a move, if things are in the very, very final stages, as we're being led to believe they are, you wouldn't go on that trip. You wouldn't go all that way to Australia, only then to come back and go through all the different procedures. He would stay there. So the question now is going to be, is he going to be on that plane? Now, I would look especially at the words yesterday of Leeds' coach, Jesse Marsch, because he was asked there, will Raphinha be there? Will he be on the plane to Australia? And he honestly said, my guess is, I don't really know. He said, we are going to have to wait and see what happens in these next couple of days. He did admit there's urgency from his end, talking there about Raphinha, about getting this deal completed. He said, I think they want to come up with a solution. He did say it hasn't been an easy time for him this summer, but he said he showed up. He trained with a really good attitude. He came back yesterday with the rest of his teammates, but he did say, I know that he has hopes and dreams. Talking there about Raphinha's dreams as a professional, we know that he wants to move to Barça. And Jesse Marsch said, we will have to see how this progresses. And I think that certainly sounds like a man who kind of knows it's kind of inevitable, I feel, at this point, that Raphinha is going to be leaving Leeds. I don't believe that he'll be on the plane on Sunday. And if he isn't, that really does give the green light and sees us move closer and closer to his signing. Which brings us on also to talk about Dembele, because these two sort of do fit together in a kind of strange way. Because on the one hand, we do know that the club, in an ideal world, they'd love to have both of them. They would love to have in Xavi's squad next season Raphinha and Ousmane Dembele. For that competition, it would be incredible. But we do also have to stress here that if it was a question of one or the other, Barça, they've gone for Raphinha. We have seen that in their actions this summer in terms of the fee they're going to pay, in terms of the wages that are being offered. They are certainly placing their trust in Raphinha, which is why I think it's really, really interesting when you factor in the news this evening from Fabrizio Romano. Of course, a very reliable journalist, we know that, because he says that Dembele and Barça, the two camps there, the two parties, they are very, very close to a full agreement now. It is very much a case here of final details, very small things that would need to be resolved before the two really do agree finally on a contract. But this is where it gets interesting, because Fabrizio says that now it's not really a case of Dembele. Now they've actually agreed. It's more on the side of, do Barça want to proceed with this? Do they want to take that step now? They have an agreement. Do they want to keep Dembele? Do they want to renew that contract? And it could all tie in with Raphinha too. So Barça have got a decision to make. The power, indeed, the control, we've said it all along, it lies with the club. Dembele still doesn't have a club. Dembele still doesn't have offers. And now it's Barça who will be facing that decision. But what I would say at this point is, guys, how long do we wait? How long do we keep talking about this, going over and over in the same direction? Because I just don't think we can sort of allow ourselves here to be drawn into a situation whereby the whole summer we can't be saying, is Dembele going to come back? Is he going to stay? Is he going to sign? Is he not going to? We got to take into account as well, all this time is going by and he's not training. He would have already been back in pre-season now. He wasn't on international duty. He would have been there already. And all these days are going by and Dembele, he's not doing anything. And for a player like him, for me, that is a nightmare scenario. The longer that goes on there without training, without preparation, it's not ideal. So I think here we should put some sort of a time limit on it. And we should say, actually, by the time we're going to America, looking at the end of next week, by the time we're making that really serious trip to start our preparations in pre-season, it's either a yes or it's a no. We make the decision, we stick by it, and we all move on with our lives one way or another. Let's just get some resolution. So please, guys, do let me know your thoughts in the comments down below there. First of all, on Pedri as the new Barça number 8. What do you make there of that shirt change? Also, let me know your thoughts on Ansu Fati and how you're feeling ahead of pre-season. And please do let me know, of course, as well, on Raphinha, how close you feel that deal may be. Will Barça get it over the line, maybe by this weekend, in terms of the agreement? And on Dembele, please do let me know all of your feelings too. I will see you soon with more videos and more updates to come. Thank you for watching and for getting involved. But until next time, as always, Visca El Barça.